when you get the financial freedom, when you get the time freedom, and then you get the choice freedom. You enjoy complete independence. Hey there, it's Alan from OptionGenius, and I wanted to go over a question that came into our office. Normally when questions come in, we advise you and we encourage people to ask us questions, trading questions, whatever kind of questions you have. If we can help you, we'll help you. So help@optiongenius.com. That's our email address. You can reach out to us about anything and we'll try to do our best to help you. So a question came in and it was a bit weird, and the staff didn't want to give it to me at first, but I'm glad that they did because, well, let's just get into it, okay? So the question is, hey, look, Alan, if you're such a great trading guru, why do you look like you're homeless? Like, ouch. Ooh, man. Yeah, pulling no punches, right? Jeez. So first of all, don't call me a guru. I'm not a guru. I mean, this is passive trading, OptionGenius selling. This is not a religion. This is not some weird cult that we're doing, right? I see myself not as like the all-knowing, perfect trader. I still make mistakes. I still have losses. I mess up every now and then. I just see myself as someone who has found something that has been able to change my life doing it. And now I want to help other people. I want to show the path. I want to show like, look, I did this, check it out. Cool. You could do it too, right? Follow me along. Like, I know where I stumbled. I know where I had to make a jump. I know the things that tripped me up. I know what the things that I didn't understand right away. And so I prefer to be able to like hold your hand and take you by the hand and be like, hey, look, watch out for that rock. Don't trip over that. Oh, hey, this is a mistake a lot of people make. Don't make that mistake. Oh, hey, you did this. Okay, here, let me show you how I overcame that, how I did that, right? So I want to be your guide, like, Obi-Wan Kenobi and Luke Skywalker, okay? Obi-Wan learned from his masters, and he was a great Jedi, and he had all the skills, and then he taught them to Luke. And then Luke developed his skills. And then he went and then he passed on his knowledge to other students. It didn't really work out great for Luke, but right? That's what the movies say anyway. But that's the way it works. We pass it down. So I'm imparting my knowledge to you, and then I'm expecting you to pay it forward and helping other people. So please, that's number one. Don't call me. Okay. Number two, the homeless part. So I looked in the mirror, right? And I'm like, oh man, first I was like, man, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. But then I looked in the mirror and I have to admit, other people have commented about my appearance as well. And so I looked in the mirror and I'm like, oh man, my hair is really long. I need a haircut, I need a shave. And actually I'm looking at it now, I probably should have shaved before this video. But that's the way I am. That's by choice, right? That's the coolest part. That's the whole point of this message that I'm sharing with you today, that it's by choice. I am not looking homeless because I am homeless. I'm looking homeless because that's the way I want to be. Not bad, but just comfortable. That's me. I got spoiled by COVID. Before COVID, I used to wear t-shirts. I love t-shirts, and I used to wear jeans or shorts to work. But then COVID came and I started wearing sweats, and I never went back. So now it looks like I wear pajamas everywhere I go. So yeah, no, that's something I probably need to change. I need to get with the times, right? I need to improve myself. But again, I have designed my life, and it's not just in the clothes I wear. It's in all parts of my life. I've designed it in a way where things are my choice. What I wear, what I want, that's me. I am not suit and tie guy, right? So you're going to see a lot of other trading teachers and educators where they're suit and tied and they're fancy and they're driving their Lamborghinis and all that. That's just not me. I'm not a suit and tie guy. I don't need to dress up to impress people. I don't wear fancy watches. I don't wear any watches. I don't wear fancy jewelry. I don't take pictures with fancy cars. I don't need that. That's not who I am. I hate shaving, so I only do it once or twice a week.
Why do you think I hate shaving?
Although I need to do it more. And I'm sure my family would be happy if I did it more because the whiskers, when I kiss them, the kids always squeal. I get to work where I want. Now, my office is in the closest building to my house, which is only like 5 minutes from home. I could pay the same amount of money that I'm paying now and get maybe 3-4 times the size if I were willing to go 10-15 minutes away from here, further away from home. But that's my choice, right? OptionGenius, our company, is built in a way where it's an online business. I don't need to travel to sell people. I don't need to get in front of people. I don't need to do large events. It's all designed in a way to let me live the life that I want. And I hope you see the pattern here, because that's my point. You have to design your life so that it runs by your choice. The hedge fund that we're starting, we already have people on the list to invest. I don't need to dress up, right? I don't need to act important. I don't need to beg people to invest. It's done methodically. And I'm only doing the hedge fund, really, to be honest with you guys, because it's on my bucket list. I was like, well, I mean, that'd be really cool. Let's do it. Will people invest? Yeah, people want to invest. Okay, I talked to a few people that I know, and they're like, oh yeah, we want to. Okay, cool. Let's try it, right? And even if nobody invests, that's okay. I'll put enough of my money in there, and it'll be fine. So it's not a big deal. The 3 freedoms is what I constantly talk about. The 3 freedoms that I want you to have. Number 1, financial freedom, time freedom, and choice freedom. Financial freedom, everybody gets. Everybody wants that. Everybody's like, oh yeah, that's what I want. That's the only thing I want. No, that's not the only thing you want, but you get that one, right? It's when you have enough money coming in that you don't have to work anymore. It's like the money just comes and it's greater than your expenses so that you're effectively able to retire and go do whatever you want, right? That's the financial freedom. You don't have to worry about money anymore. No stress. Time freedom is where people are like, oh yeah, the trading doesn't take a lot of time. I love that, so I can go play golf in the afternoon. I can go to the movies or the opera or whatever. Yes, you can, because you're not constrained by time. I have to be here. I have to be doing this at this such and such time. My job wants me to do this at this time. You're not constrained. Time is your own, right? Everybody understands that part. But the choice freedom is what people don't get, because we are brainwashed by society to think alike, to fall in line, to be part of the production, right? Ever since school, you go from class 1, bell rings, you go to class 2, bell rings, you go to class 3. They wanted good employees. That's how they designed school, so that you are a good employee. You go from place to place to place. You're conditioned by the bell, ding, 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 time to go, right? It's all psychological manipulation. We are programmed to behave and to want the same things. It's just like, it's insane. Like some of these reality shows, people are dying, like all this social media, these influencers. Why are they influencers? They go around taking pictures in different locations with different clothes on. Who cares? How are you an influencer? Why is any people watching this stuff, right? It doesn't make a lot of sense. These Kardashians, right? Everybody, like, you either like them or you hate them. It's crazy. But I don't understand the fascination. It's like, yeah, they use Botox and plastic surgery and whatever to engage their appearance and to wear fancy clothes, and they get paid for videos to follow them around. I mean, how did these people get sexy? How did these people become what people aspire to? I want to be like that. So in recent surveys where they asked high school kids, college kids, hey, what do you want to be, right? The number 1 answer was, I want to be an influencer. That's what they want to do when they grow up. They want to be an influencer. And what is that? An influencer is somebody that goes around and takes pictures. When did that become aspirational? Oh my God, I want to not help the world, not solve poverty or cure cancer. No, I want to run around the world taking pictures and getting paid for it. It's like, okay, right? But we are told and being brainwashed, and these kids are being brainwashed by these things. So people think that they make their own choices, but they don't. Through social media, through advertisements, politicians, we are told what to think, what to believe, and most people do it without even a second thought. You take a look at TikTok, this app, right? Came out of China. All these kids are putting videos up there, and some of them are actually using it to learn stuff, but most of them are doing it to waste time and watch other kids dance and watch other kids do things that are brain numbing. And so if you look at the TikTok in China compared to the TikTok in the US and in other places in the Western world, they're 2 completely different platforms. In China, the children are not allowed to watch TikTok more than, I think it's like an hour a day. And most of the videos are about science and math and doing cool things. Whereas in the US, there's no limitation, and most of the videos are about stupid things. The coolest dance phrase, where they're dancing and whatever, or they're putting on makeup, or they're doing all kinds of silly things that they're they're not learning anything from. So that's the perfect example right there of us brainwashing ourselves. The media does it, social media does it, advertisements do it, big companies do it, everybody's doing it, and here we are doing it to ourselves. So when you think about it, the people who are passive traders, people like me, we are not normal. We are abnormal, even weird, I would say it. To be a good passive trader, you have to be somewhat weird. We don't just give our money to experts and then hope things will be fine. We don't do that. We take control of our lives and our money and everything, and we make things better for ourselves. The tools are out there. I can show you the way to do financially, right? To do trading. It's out there. It's not like nobody's sharing it with you, but you have to get off of the brainwashing cycle and be like, you know what? Yes, I can design my life. I can have it be the way that I want. And if you want to wear sweats every day, you can. I do it. So I'm proof. Look, hey, look at me. I'm wearing sweats every single day. Do people look at me funny? Yes. I went into a Brooks Brothers store yesterday wearing a t-shirt and sweats. And well, let's just say they did not wait on me. Whatever. Right? Did I buy anything? No. But the point is that people will judge you a little bit funny based on what you wear because they are conditioned to do so. Now, if I had gone in there wearing a jacket and a nice pair of khaki pants or nice shoes or whatever, then yes, they would have been like, oh, hello, sir, how can I help you? But they didn't because I was wearing sweats and a t-shirt. So what's the thinking? Oh, this guy, and I hadn't shaved either. So it's like, oh yeah, this guy's homeless. All right, just ignore it. But that's how we're conditioned to think. So as passive traders, we think differently. And I have the passive trading manifesto here. And if you haven't read it, it's in the passive trading book, which you can get from our website or go to passivetrading.com. And basically it's, passive traders are independent. They can think for themselves. Passive traders are in control of their destiny, their finances, their emotions, and their lives. Passive traders define their own destiny. They march to their own beat. They make the world better and they live their ideal lives. That's just part of it. But you get the gist, right? We are not normal. If you want to succeed with trading options, you're going to have to think a little bit differently because everybody is conditioned to think in a certain way. You have to break off of that and be like, look, there is a better way, and passive trading can be that way for you. So yes, I agree. I guess I could dress better. And I do. When I go out with my family, I do. I do dress better, but it's my choice and nobody else's what I do. And if you don't know how liberating that is, my God, you are missing out on a huge piece of life. Because I see the people that we hang out with, we go out with them, we're friends, the people that are friends with, and a lot of them are just, they're stuck. They're stuck in this weird mentality where things are a certain way that somebody else came up with and they have to follow along. And I'm like, yeah, I don't get it. I really don't understand. Fashion is one of those things where if certain people say that certain designer is hot and trendy, everybody goes out and buys that designer just to be hot and trendy. And for me, I've never understood that. And so if that means that I'm looking homeless, well, if I want to be comfortable and I like the look, I don't care. I'll be that. And somebody thinks I'm homeless or think I'm not a big deal, I don't know what I'm talking about because of that, so be it. I know what I know. I have confidence in myself and I have the results to back it up. So when you enjoy the three freedoms, when you get the financial freedom, when you get the time freedom, and then you get the choice freedom, you enjoy complete independence. And independence is not, I'm not talking about the 4th of July independence or like, yay, we're free. No, it's complete independence of life. You get to do what you want, when you want, how you want, wearing whatever you want, shave or no shave, right? You want to be bald, be bald. You want to have a goatee, go have a goatee. You want to have long hair, short hair, whatever you want. It's up to you and you get to do it. And you're not told by your boss, your employer. You're not told by your school. You're not told by any kind of political organization or whatever how to behave, how to think, what to do, what to say. That is what I want for you. Complete independence. When your life is a result of your own choices and nobody else's, that's what it comes to. It comes to complete independence. And you get that when you have all three of the freedoms. Financial freedom, which we can help you get with passive trading. That leads to time freedom. When you have enough money, you'll have the time, but then you'll have to break off from other things that are sucking your time. We can teach you out of that. And then the choice freedom, which is the mental aspect, right? When you're getting out of the brainwashing. So I hope this makes sense. I know it was a little different from what we normally talk about, but it's really, really important that you understand. And, you have to really look at every single decision. It's like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? A lot of limiting beliefs that you have, that everybody has, are because of things that we were told by other people. You're not good at this. You were never good at that. Oh, good girls don't behave that way. Or good boys don't do that. Or good boys say this. Like, who made up these rules, right? Let me do what I want to do. Live and let live, right? Isn't that the way it's supposed to be, right? I mean, it's like that in every religion. They tell you that, right? Just be good. And everything else is up to you. You do what you want, right? So it's like the wisdom of the ages is passed down, but it still gets corrupted because there are other people with their own agenda trying to tell you what to do. So my agenda is to help you learn passive trading. And if you need me to do it, great, I can help you. If not, fine, go do it on your own. But at least find a path that works for you financially, right? And then the time will come, and then hopefully the choice will come eventually. It takes a little bit of time to understand. Like, oh man, why am I doing this? I don't have to. Oh yeah, I don't have to do this, right? So I hope this has been helpful. I hope it made sense. If you have any questions, please reach out to us, put in the comments. And again, keep your questions coming. I love them. Even the ones that are weird like this one. All right. Make sure you trade with the odds in your favor, folks, and have a great day.